Hi guys, I will show you quickly the boat now. So we can start from here. Okay, this is the main engine. This is the spare one. Whatever may happen, don't worry, you will never use it. It's just for safety in Greece. You need to have a spare engine if you have just one. Then here we got the petrol. So we have the main tank that it will be full, plus another 10 or 5 liter of spare fuel depending by the boat you will have rented. So I will explain you quickly. So here you got a floater. It will approximately tell you how much fuel you got inside the tank. And of course it's a good idea to check sometimes in order to not run out of fuel. But if you run out of fuel, it's not actually a problem, so I will explain you. You have the spare tank, there is a black pipe. You will plug it on the jerry can and you will just open and refill the main one. At this point, if you had still petrol inside the main tank, you just return on the engine and you keep going around. Instead, if you run out of fuel on the engine, after I've done this operation, you will have to pump manually some petrol into the engine, and the manual pump is this one. So you will start pushing. At the beginning it will be empty, then once you start to feel the petrol passing through it, give some maybe 5 pumps more, and then you will be able to turn on the engine. So now, to turn on the boat, you got a key here. First of all, double check to be neutral, so you can do just like this to see if you are central. And then you will give an off turn. You will need to let the boat preheat. So in this case, you will check here. Once it appears 0, you're ready to go. Instead, if the boat makes a beep for the other ones, you will just wait that the beep is stopped, and then you can turn on the boat with another off turn. So like this, and the engine starts. To turn it off, just turning back. Then. So this we said it's if we are in neutral, this is the throttle of the boat. So from neutral, if we want to go forward, in here you're gonna have a button that you will push and you will lift up. Now it's going forward, the boat, at minimum speed. Then for accelerate, you do slightly like this. If you want to decelerate, the opposite. Instead, if you want to get straight back to neutral, you will just pull down the lever with not pushing this button, otherwise you can go straight reverse, you see? So the button is just to engage gear. To get back to neutral, you don't push the button. Then this one is an echo sounder, so it's what will help you to know anytime what is the depth. So as you can see here, now we have 2 meters. So this one is good for 2 things. The main one is to don't go in shallow waters, of course, so that means less than 1 meter. And in any case, the echo sounder, once it gets at 1.5 meter, it will start beeping to alert you that you're going towards shallow waters. But don't worry, it's not yet shallow, so just keep an eye and yeah, stay even in 1.5, no worries, but don't go in less than 1 meter. If instead you end up in less than 1 meter, you can always, yeah, here you have 2 buttons, up and down. You can read it, up and down. So this allows you to lift up or down the engine. So if you end up in less than 1 meter, you will just lift a bit up the engine, keep the propeller in the water, and even a bit more if you want, and just go backwards slowly, get in deeper water, and then you will pull down the engine all the way. So actually the trim, you will never use it if you don't go in less than 1 meter of water. The second thing you will need it's for the anchoring. It's always to anchor between 2 and 5 meters, no less and no more. So guys, while driving, first of all in the port, slow down, don't go fast, you have limitation. Then once you get out, go faster, there are no limitations. Then of course, about priority, I won't bother you to tell you all the priorities, just give you an advice, just let the people pass. So if you see any boat is passing, just slow down, go towards the stern of the boat, pass for behind, and it will be fine. Because yeah, some people knows, but other people actually they don't know the priorities. So just to be sure, be kind, let them pass. It will be easy. So now we go for anchoring. So once we decide where to stop, we have to check first of all two things: depths. We have to be between 2 and 5 meters. No, now we have 4.9, 4.8, so we are at the limit of the good. And then second thing, we need to check for sand. So you see the water is very clear. Here it's just sand. So we're gonna go for anchor it right here. So at this point, we're gonna face the wind. So to check the wind direction, we have 3 options. So the easiest, that is what I will use now also, is to check the other boat. So if you check the boat around us, they're all facing towards, let's say, the left. So the wind is coming from there, it means. Otherwise, the other ways would be or just feeling the wind or check the waves on the water. Just that today we don't have much wind, so there is it's not very clear. So anyway, the boats are saying to go there, we're gonna go there. At this point, the boat is gonna be neutral, the engine will be on, and then we will drop the anchor. So don't go on rocks, because if you drop the anchor on rocks, you will get or stuck or you will not hold, depending by the shape of the rocks. So now, we're gonna put the anchor here, and we'll just drop it. Of course, we control. We want that all the chain touches the bottom. You see, everything goes fast, and now it's blown down. That means that the chain touched the bottom. At this point, we will wait that the boat drifts back to get in tension. Yeah, I mean the line will get in tension, and eventually we'll get even a 45 degrees angle into the water. So it's gonna take 1 minute maybe, because yeah, as I said, the wind is very light. So you see now it's in tension, it's on a good angle into the water. The boat indeed, it was on the side, but now it gets straight. I will just let a bit more just in case. And at this point, what we're gonna do is to check on one of the 2 sides if the boat is still moving. So the best way would be to get 2 marks. So using a transit, that means to get 2 points on the mainland. Don't use boat or buoys, because they will keep moving all the time. And check if they're in line and they don't move, it means that we are stopped. So let's see. I can see there is a pole and a house on the back. They're perfectly aligned, and we are not moving because they're not moving. If instead they would have been moving, I would have dropped more line in the water, because maybe the chain didn't touch properly the bottom. So now we are stopped. I will make a knot. So the knot, you're gonna make 1-0. You will start a figure of 8, and then you twist it and you close. And this one, it's secured. So at this point, I close here, I come back here, I turn off the engine, and we're done. So the boat is holding. At this point, you can go in the water if you want. The boat to leave. So when to pull up the anchor, first of all, we turn on the engine. So we check always that the preheating is over. So now it's ready. I turn on, and then we think about taking up the anchor. So the boat is very light. So whoever can do this, the anchor is very light. So it's 3.5 kilos. The boat is light, so we can just pull it up with the hands. Use this wheel in order to make it easier, but also for later, once the chain will start coming up, we won't scratch the boat or damage even. So you see now we have the chain pulling. At this point, the anchor is not touching anymore the bottom. Pulling up. The anchor is here. Inside. Close, and we go.